all black. Hey, bro. Hey, bro, how you doing, bro? Hey, you got 5 minutes real quick? Just 5 minutes, I want to show you something real quick. All praise to the Most High. All praise. All praise. What's your name, bro? Good to meet you. I'm Mordecai. According to the Bible, what is your nationality?
According to the Bible, it ain't in there clearly.
Okay, so what do you call yourself today?
American college there, African American.
Okay, what do you call yourself though? Do you know who you are?
No one in person, but race-wise, no.
Okay, you do it on the 28 and 15 real quick. So I'm going to show you, according to the Bible, what God calls you. Not what, because this is what the white man calls you, right? African American, West Indian, blacks, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, whatever the case may be. But God calls you Judah, He calls you Benjamin, He calls you Levi, and so on and so forth, all right? So I'm going to show you, according to the Bible, why you think you're African American and who you truly are, all right? So read that, verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
So it's going to happen, right? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So I'm going to paint the picture, all right? You got Moses. He's talking to the Israelites. You got one black man talking to a group of black men, all right? And he tell them, look, if y'all don't listen to God, this is what's going to happen, read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
So if you don't do God's commandments, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
Curses.
Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Read.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses always said, hey, look, if y'all don't listen to God, He's going to curse y'all, right? So let's see if some of these curses fit us today, all right? Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So he told the black men, he said, look, y'all gonna be cursed in the city if you don't listen to God. So when you look around in the black neighborhoods, or the Hispanic neighborhoods, or the Native Americans, are we cursed in the city? How are we cursed in the city? Can you give me an example?
Condition.
Right, condition.
Down every day.
Right, living on top of one another, the worst education, correct? So on and so forth. Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
How were the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans cursed in the field? We got to do what? And we didn't choose to be slaves, correct? They came and got us, right? Prime example.
Some of us already here.
This is the visual representation of that curse. Read again.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
That happened to us, correct? So far you can say that God is speaking to who?
So-called black men.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All praise. Get verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Who did that happen to? Who was that happening to now? Right, because right now they got young Native Americans and young Mexican boys in concentration camps, taken away from their parents at the age of 5 on up, or whatever, probably lower than that. Right? Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
So he said, once he takes them from you, there's no getting them back. There's no getting your children back from your oppressor, because they did this to us. The same people that we marched with, the same people we joined hands with, they are the ones that took our kids from us, correct? And still take them from us, right? So give me Proverbs. Verse 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So he said the black men will become an astonishment. Do you know what an astonishment is?
Yeah, trying to copy our culture and stuff everybody want to do.
No. That's in there. Not that though.
Like
an astonishment. Right. You're in awe. Like, wow. Why does he have his pants below his belt although he has a Gucci belt on that's $350? Why does he have a Gucci belt on that's $350 but he can't pay his rent? Makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? So read that again.
And thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb.
A proverb is a wise saying, right? So if you want to hide something, where do you put it at?
The book.
Put it in the book. If you want to hide it from a Negro, you put it in the book, correct? We love watermelon. These are wise sayings. They're stereotypes that we don't always fit. I don't even like watermelon. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You read?
Right.
And a byword.
A byword. Something outside of your God-given name, which is Judah. You would be Judah according to the Bible. But they call you black, African American, coon, porch monkey, so on and so forth. The list goes on, right? So give me verse 48. So far, everything that Moses has read, it fits who? It fits us. That's right. The Native Americans are the Israelites, right?
Verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies.
So who did we serve and who are we serving today?
Esau.
All praise. So you already know. So why you ain't told me that? We could have got straight to the point. All right, so all praise.
I was saying you're going to say something I hadn't heard.
Okay, all praise. Hey, all praise. So you know that you're an Israelite already, all right? So now, as an Israelite, what must you do? Give me that, Deuteronomy.
You gotta start following the laws of God.
All praise, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So the same question I just asked you, Moses asked them back then. He said, look, do y'all know what God required of thee? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So that's what we must do as Israelite men and Israelite women, all right? So now, do you know some of the commandments of God that you should be keeping? Give me 1 Corinthians 11. Are you familiar with most of them?
Thou shalt not kill, false idol.
Okay, so you know the 10 Commandments, okay? I'm going to show you some simple commandments that are not in the 10 Commandments, but they're under that same umbrella, okay? So give me that. You know what I want?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know.
So this is something that you must know.
That the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ, right? Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So you have a wife at home?
I do.
So you should be her head. There's no such thing as 50-50 in the Bible.
Right.
God says you are to take complete control of your household. All right? Read.
And the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
Read again.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered.
So you are an Israelite man, correct? In the midst of praying and prophesying, and you have your head covered, correct? So let's see what you should do to follow this commandment, all right? Read.
Dishonoreth his head.
So it said you dishonor your head. Now who was the head of men?
Men.
Yeah, who was the head of men? You are the head of the woman. Who was the head of the men?
God.
No, not God. Who?
You're not a worldly.
No. Read verse 2 again.
Verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of the man is who?
Christ.
All right, now jump down to 4.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So by having your head covered right now, who are you dishonoring?
Christ.
So how would you show him honor?
By uncovering my head.
So would you do that for Christ right now? All praise. Y'all get that brother a hand. All praise. And that's how you show repentance. That's how you keep the laws of God. And that's how you fear him. By keeping simple instructions like that.
Right.
So give me Numbers 15 and 38 real quick. So all praise, you know you're an Israelite. Now, you must be the embodiment of an Israelite by keeping the commandments of God.
That's
and somebody that looks at you can say, that's an Israelite. Why is he dressed like that? Why does he carry himself like that? I gotta know. So then you'll be able to show them what they need to know to behave themselves the way you behave yourself, all right? So read that.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them to make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
You have any idea what a fringe is?
Fringe, like on the edge.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what you call a fringe right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Is that what is it supposed to be?
Fringes in the borders of their garments.
At the borders of our garments, right? Read.
Throughout their generation.
How long is that? Throughout the generations? That's forever, right? So until this day, we're supposed to have fringes. So you can look at us and tell they know something. Why? Because we have our fringes on, right? Now, you may have not known, but hopefully after we finish the scriptures, you will go home and you will consider putting fringes on your shirt, all right? Read.
And that they may put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Ribbon of blue. Simple commandment. You can see all of us out here, we can keep this commandment. If you have trouble keeping this commandment, that's what your brothers are for. That's why you come to us and say, hey, look, we got your back. We're going to get you some fringes on us so you can keep the commandment of God, all right? Finish that.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So it's not just a fashion statement. Your fringes are to let you know I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. I see that weed over there. I shouldn't touch that weed because I got my fringes on. So that's what the fringes are for, okay? Now, give me Exodus 20 and 8. Do you go to church at all? You go on Sunday? All right. According to the Bible, did you know that church is not on Sunday?
You got the creation day mixed up.
Say it again?
You got the creation day mixed up.
Absolutely. They have taught us that church is on Sunday. But I'm going to read out of the Holy Bible when church truly is, okay? So read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Remember, read again.
Remember the Sabbath day.
So it said remember, why? Because as you can see now, when is everybody keeping the Sabbath? On Sunday. But let's see when the Sabbath really is, all right? Read.
To keep it holy. 6 days shall thy labor and do all thy work.
So from Sunday to Friday, how many days is that?
7.
No, from
Sunday to Friday is Friday.
no, Sunday to Friday is 6 days, all right? Read again.
6 days shall thy labor and do all thy work.
So from Sunday to Friday, you should do all your work and all your labor, okay? Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord.
So the 7th day from Sunday to Friday will be what?
Well, no, my bad. I'm reading this.
Oh, sorry. After Sunday to Friday, that's 6 days. So the 7th day is when?
Saturday.
So it'll be Saturday. So read again.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work.
So on Saturday, what should you not be doing?
Work.
All right, so let's get some more stuff. So that's how you make the 7th day the Sabbath day, because you don't do any work. And there's some more instructions for you on the 7th day that you shouldn't be doing. And hopefully, after we read this and you say that you fear God, correct? You won't do these things. I know it seems hard at first, but the commandments of God are not grievous. It's very simple because all of us out here, we do it, all right? So read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35 and verse 2. 6 days shall work be done.
So the same 6 days, Sunday to Friday, read.
But on the 7th day there shall be to you a holy day, a Sabbath of rest.
So on Saturday, it's a holy day. And the way you make it holy is by not doing no work first and foremost. And then it says you're supposed to rest, right? Read.
To the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation.
So give me 16 and 23. So it said you should kindle no fire in your habitations, meaning there should be no cooking on the Sabbath day. Now, you may think that that's something hard as well. I promise you it's not. We all do the same thing. Every Friday we prepare our food. We call it the prep day. We prepare our food for Saturday so we don't have to cook. Why? Because we fear God. That's why we do that. Read.
The book of Exodus chapter 16 verse 23.
Bring it out.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
So on Friday he's letting them know, look, tomorrow is the Sabbath. It's going to be Saturday, right? Read.
Unto the Lord, bake that which ye will bake today, and seed that ye will seed.
So basically I said for us, yesterday we were supposed to bake everything that we needed baked. So today we don't have to cook anything. We just get it and eat it. Why? Because God said that's how you make the Sabbath holy. All right? Read.
And that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So everything that you cooked yesterday, just keep it for the Saturday morning. All right? So do you agree that that's something simple that you can keep? All right? So now, give me Hebrews 10 and 25. If you yourself, right, you say you believe you're an Israelite.
I'm starting to,
24. I'm sorry, say it again,
I'm
bro.
starting to look into, I just...
Right, all right, that's what we want you to
on
do.
YouTube.
This just a,
me, and I want to know more about it. You know what I mean?
This just a jump start right here.
Yeah.
We're just trying to push you to righteousness. That's all it is. We just want you that, look, if you don't repent, give me that Luke 13 and 3.
Bring it out.
If you don't repent, there's a judgment for you. God don't care what any man, Israelite man has to do. He has a will that he wants you to keep. So he has a punishment for that will. Just like your kids, you got kids. Your kids don't do what you want. What do you do? Punishment. And we in trouble right now because we're not listening to what God has telling us, right? Read.
The book of Luke chapter 13 and verse 3. I tell you nay, but except ye repent.
So except you change your ways, except you take your hat off in the midst of prophecy, except you stop eating pork, except you stop smoking cigarettes, read.
Ye shall all likewise perish.
What does perish mean? You're going to die. It's simple and plain. Do what I say and you live. Don't do what I say and you die. Simple and plain. God is a simple God. Don't you agree? All right. Right. Read that real quick.
The book of Hebrews chapter 10 verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
And that's all we're doing. We're trying to get you to understand, hey, I'm an Israelite and I have to be of good works. Because as of right now, as you can see, our communities have no good works in them.
Right.
What is something good you can bring out of the black community?
Community, we have kids.
Take your time, I'll wait.
Education.
Our
That's
education,
something you can try to do.
I was educated to play basketball. A lot of these men were educated to slang drugs. So I can't say nothing about the education.
That's what they should do. That's what they should
Right, they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But that's something that they don't do, correct?
Yeah.
So read that again.
And let us consider one another
So we have considered you our brother, right? Read.
to provoke unto love and to good works.
Because if I didn't love you as a brother, right? I would have known that you had your hat on. Me knowing that that's a sin, I would have said, you know what, forget it. He can wear his hat. But loving you as a brother, I wanted you to take your hat off because that's how you honor Christ. You see what I'm saying? Read.
Not forsaking the assembly.
Not doing what?
Not forsaking the assembly.
So assembling is when you're gathering together, right? Because what is, say for instance, you know men that smoke weed, right? Say if you're trying to stop smoking weed.
You are the company you keep.
Absolutely. That's simple and plain, right? Give me Proverbs 15 about the wicked neighbor. Because all of us, we've repented, so we have to change our mindset. But if the man next to you has the old mindset, he gonna drag you back into that same mindset. You see what I'm saying? So while you getting around us, it's going to help you to change your mindset. You know what I'm talking about? Wicked neighbor seduces, you know what I'm talking about? Never mind, just go back to get Leviticus 20, or read that real quick.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
So we shouldn't forsake the assembling of ourselves together. And when do you think we should assemble? What day is holy? So every Saturday, we assemble ourselves together. That's what the Bible says we should do. Now, get me Leviticus 11. So, get Proverbs 12 and 26. That's what I want. That's what I want. Proverbs 12 and 26. So like you said, you are the company you keep. The Bible says the exact same thing, just different words. You feel what I'm saying? So read that.
The book of Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
Do you know what the righteous is? What is righteous?
I know what it means. Like righteous and like the moral.
Right. What makes you righteous though, according to the Bible? Do you know?
Follow the word of God.
Absolutely. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And it shall be our righteousness.
What?
Our righteousness.
So this is how you be righteous. This is how you become righteous. Read.
If we observe to do all these commandments.
So you took steps towards righteousness when you walked over here. You took steps towards righteousness when you took your hat off. So that's how you become righteousness. If you do what?
Do all these commandments.
If you keep all these commandments, right? So go back to Proverbs.
Proverbs chapter 12 verse 26. The righteous
So somebody that's keeping God's laws, read.
is more excellent than his neighbor.
You're better than a black man sleeping around with every woman. You're more righteous, you're more excellent than a man that's smoking weed. You're more excellent than somebody that's not wearing fringes. You hear what I'm saying? So read.
But the way of the wicked seduces them.
So although you are more excellent, they can seduce you. Why? Because it's more popular to smoke weed than it's not. It's more popular to go out and play basketball on Saturday than it's not. It's more popular to do anything else other than read the Bible. So that's why they seduce you. You see what I'm saying? So how do we get rid of that seducers? Get back Hebrews 10. Right, get that unequally though. Because the only way you're going to be able to change is if you're around men of change. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, we got ex-drug dealers out here. We got X everything out, you name it, right? But we changed, and we're trying to get you to change, right? Yeah, 6. Read that.
What y'all?
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter.
What'd you say, bro?
What do y'all? Like, what do y'all meet up at?
You got that flyer, right? If you call that number on the flyer, we're gonna give you the location. Now, like I said, I can't tell you right now because we got security. You know what I'm saying? So, all praise to the Most High that you actually stayed here and you listen to the Word of God. As you see, it's
YouTube with all of that,
all for real? Hey, all praise. So now you have to do one more step to this, right? Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 59.
Bring it out.
I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimony.
So look, as of right now, you've been thinking on the ways of the Bible, correct? And you're turning toward, you have your feet turned to the testimonies of God right now, right? Read.
I He made
He
haste.
did what?
Made haste.
Now he waited a couple days.
Made haste.
Now he asked his wife and his kids.
Made haste.
So God, David said, he made haste to serve the Lord thy God. You see what I'm saying? So now, if you were actually about the Father's business, you would do what? You would make haste. What is haste? How fast is haste? That's now, right? So now, so 5 and 7. So now, today is the what?
Sabbath.
And you must do what?
Follow God's rules.
Right. You must not cook. What else?
Good to work.
Right. And now we didn't get the bond and sell. Read that. We're gonna get the bond and sell.
The book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord.
Read it again.
Make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord.
So it said, don't waste no time, bro, because we don't know when our last day is going to be. So tomorrow, if you wasn't able to get those fringes on your shirt and you were put to death, we don't know what type of mercy the Lord is going to show you. We don't know if you're going to get the kingdom of heaven. So all we can do is warn you and tell you that now you need to do it right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now they will see the treatment of God. We are not black men, we are Israelites. Take care of us. And our children too. We have repented. How about you? People want to know who's the king.
O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. O nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.